Breakfast is often called the most important meal of the day. But what if some of the foods you have been eating for years are doing more harm than good? As the body changes with age, the way it processes food shifts as well. What once felt like a normal part of the morning routine may now be contributing to sluggishness, heart issues, or even long-term health complications. Many people assume that if a meal is familiar, it must be safe. But certain breakfast choices can increase the risk of conditions like high blood pressure, diabetes, and inflammation. While these foods might be tasty or convenient, they could be silently working against your well-being. In this video, we will explore 3 common breakfast foods that might seem harmless, but can negatively impact health as you get older. More importantly, we will look at simple and delicious alternatives that provide energy, support digestion, and promote overall wellness. If you want to make the most of your mornings and set yourself up for a healthier day, stay until the end. Some of these swaps are easier than you think, and the difference they can make is incredible. The first breakfast mistake: processed meats. There is something comforting about the smell of bacon or sausage sizzling on the stove in the morning. For many, these foods have been a staple at breakfast for years, offering a satisfying and flavorful start to the day. But while processed meats might taste delicious, they come with serious health risks that become even more concerning as the body ages. What was once a harmless indulgence in younger years can become a major contributor to long-term health complications. Processed meats like bacon, sausage, and ham are loaded with sodium, saturated fats, and preservatives. At first glance, this might not seem like a big deal, but these ingredients have a direct impact on heart health, circulation, and even cognitive function. The high sodium content alone can cause blood pressure to rise, placing unnecessary strain on the arteries. This, in turn, forces the heart to work harder than it should, increasing the risk of hypertension, stroke, and heart disease over time. Then there are the hidden chemicals. Many processed meats contain nitrates and nitrites, preservatives used to enhance color and extend shelf life. Studies have linked these additives to increased inflammation in the body, which can contribute to joint pain, digestive issues, and even the development of certain cancers. This is especially concerning for older adults, as chronic inflammation is already a key factor in many age-related health conditions. Another major issue with processed meats is the way they affect digestion. The body's ability to break down and process high-fat, high-sodium foods declines with age. What once felt like a hearty breakfast in younger years can now lead to bloating, sluggishness, and discomfort. Some people notice a heavy feeling after eating processed meats, a sign that their body is struggling to digest these foods efficiently. The effects are not just short-term. Diets high in processed meats have been associated with a greater risk of developing metabolic syndrome, a condition that includes high blood sugar, excess belly fat, and cholesterol imbalances. Over time, this increases the likelihood of diabetes and cardiovascular complications. While the occasional serving of bacon or sausage is unlikely to cause immediate harm, regular consumption can have lasting consequences. A healthier approach does not mean giving up a satisfying breakfast. Lean proteins provide the same sense of fullness and energy without the health risks. Grilled chicken or turkey can be excellent alternatives, offering high-quality protein without excessive sodium or unhealthy fats. Plant-based options like lentils, chickpeas, or tofu provide an additional boost of nutrients while supporting heart health. For those who still crave something hearty in the morning, eggs are a great choice when prepared with heart-healthy oils like olive or avocado oil. Adding nuts and seeds to a breakfast bowl or yogurt can also increase protein intake while supplying healthy fats and essential minerals. These small adjustments can make a noticeable difference in energy levels, digestion, and long-term health. Processed meats may have been a breakfast tradition for years, but as the body changes, the way food affects overall well-being changes as well. Making the switch to better protein sources helps protect the heart, improve circulation, and reduce inflammation, all of which are essential for maintaining good health as the years go by. The difference in how the body feels after a healthier breakfast is undeniable, and the benefits extend far beyond just the morning hours. The second breakfast mistake: sugary cereals and pastries. There is something undeniably convenient about pouring a bowl of cereal or grabbing a pastry with a cup of coffee in the morning. The sweetness, the crunch, the quick energy boost, it all seems like the perfect way to start the day. But what many people do not realize is that these breakfast choices can set the stage for an entire day of blood sugar crashes, fatigue, and long-term health consequences. As the body ages, it becomes less efficient at processing sugar. Foods high in refined carbohydrates and added sugars cause a rapid spike in blood sugar levels, followed by an inevitable crash. This roller coaster effect leaves a person feeling tired, irritable, and craving more sugar just to regain lost energy. For those already managing conditions like diabetes or insulin resistance, sugary breakfasts only worsen the problem, increasing the risk of complications and making blood sugar levels harder to control. One of the biggest culprits is breakfast cereals. Many cereals that are marketed as healthy or whole grain are packed with hidden sugars. Even varieties that claim to be high in fiber often contain more sugar than a dessert. Flavored oatmeals, granolas, and bran cereals may seem like good choices, but a closer look at the ingredient list reveals syrups, honey, and processed sweeteners added to enhance flavor. The result is a meal that digests quickly, provides a short burst of energy, and then leaves the body craving more food far sooner than it should. Pastries like muffins, croissants, and danishes pose an even bigger challenge. These foods are often made with refined white flour, which lacks the fiber needed to slow digestion and keep energy levels steady. The combination of refined flour and sugar triggers inflammation, which can contribute to joint pain, sluggish digestion, and even cognitive decline over time. While these baked goods may taste comforting, they provide little nutritional value and can set the stage for weight gain and metabolic issues. Beyond the immediate effects, regularly consuming sugary breakfasts can impact cholesterol and heart health. Excess sugar in the diet has been linked to increased triglycerides, a type of fat in the blood that raises the risk of heart disease. It also contributes to fat accumulation in the liver, making it harder for the body to process and regulate cholesterol properly. This does not mean that breakfast has to be bland or unappealing. There are plenty of ways to enjoy something sweet in the morning without the negative effects of processed sugar. Choosing plain, unsweetened oatmeal topped with fresh berries, nuts, and a drizzle of natural almond butter provides a slow-burning energy source that keeps blood sugar stable. Swapping out processed cereals for homemade granola made with rolled oats, seeds, and a touch of cinnamon can offer crunch and flavor without the sugar overload. For those who love the texture of pastries, whole grain toast topped with mashed avocado or a thin spread of nut butter can be a much healthier alternative. Another option is Greek yogurt with sliced fruit and a handful of walnuts, offering protein, fiber, and healthy fats that provide lasting energy. Breakfast should fuel the body, not drain it. Making the switch from sugary cereals and pastries to more nutrient-dense foods can transform energy levels, improve focus, and support long-term metabolic health. The difference is noticeable, not just in how the body feels immediately after eating, but in overall well-being throughout the day. When blood sugar stays steady, energy lasts longer, and the temptation to reach for unhealthy snacks disappears. A smarter breakfast choice sets the foundation for better health, one meal at a time. The third breakfast mistake: high-sodium foods. Most people think of sugar as the biggest dietary concern, but excessive sodium can be just as harmful, especially as the body ages. Many breakfast choices that seem harmless are packed with hidden salt, increasing the risk of high blood pressure, heart disease, and kidney issues over time. While salt is necessary for bodily functions, the problem arises when it is consumed in excess, which happens more often than most realize. One of the biggest offenders is processed breakfast items, such as canned soups, frozen breakfast sandwiches, and prepackaged egg or cheese-based meals. These convenient options are designed for quick preparation, but they often contain alarming amounts of sodium to extend shelf life and enhance flavor. Eating too much sodium forces the body to retain water, putting extra strain on the heart and making it harder for the kidneys to filter waste properly. Over time, this can lead to persistent bloating, swelling in the hands and feet, and an increased risk of stroke or heart failure. Another hidden source of sodium is processed cheese. Many people enjoy cheese as part of their breakfast, whether it is in an omelet, on toast, or melted into a breakfast sandwich. However, processed cheese varieties, including individually wrapped slices and pre-shredded blends, often contain more sodium than expected. While cheese can be a good source of calcium and protein, highly processed versions come with additives and preservatives that make them less than ideal for daily consumption. Many people also turn to packaged bagels, biscuits, or breakfast burritos without realizing how much sodium they contain. Breads and baked goods from commercial brands tend to have high sodium levels, even if they do not taste particularly salty. The cumulative effect of consuming multiple high-sodium items in one meal can push daily intake beyond recommended limits before lunch even arrives. One of the most noticeable effects of excessive sodium intake is bloating and fluid retention. Many people who struggle with puffiness in the face, swollen ankles, or tightness in the hands may not realize that high-sodium breakfasts are a major contributor. This excess fluid retention can cause discomfort and make movement feel more difficult, leading to sluggishness throughout the day. For those who have already been diagnosed with high blood pressure or kidney issues, reducing sodium intake is even more crucial. The body becomes less efficient at managing excess sodium with age, meaning that even moderate amounts can have a more pronounced effect. Instead of starting the day with high-sodium foods, there are better ways to add flavor and satisfaction to breakfast while protecting heart health. Replacing processed cheese with small amounts of fresh natural cheeses like feta or mozzarella provides the same creamy texture without excessive sodium levels. Choosing homemade breakfast options, such as preparing eggs with fresh herbs and vegetables instead of relying on pre-seasoned or frozen meals, allows for complete control over salt intake. For those who enjoy toast in the morning, opting for whole grain or sprouted bread with less sodium can be a better choice. Topping it with ingredients like mashed avocado, unsalted nut butter, or fresh tomato slices provides satisfying flavors without the need for added salt. Another great alternative is incorporating potassium-rich foods into breakfast, such as bananas, sweet potatoes, or leafy greens, which help balance sodium levels and support heart function. Adjusting to a lower sodium breakfast might take time, especially for those used to salty flavors. However, the body quickly adapts, and after a few weeks of cutting back, many people find that processed foods taste overwhelmingly salty. Reducing sodium intake improves energy levels, reduces bloating, and makes it easier to maintain healthy blood pressure. Every choice made at breakfast sets the tone for the rest of the day. By replacing high-sodium options with fresh, nutrient-dense foods, it becomes easier to feel energized, stay hydrated, and support long-term well-being. Small changes lead to big results, and the difference in how the body feels will be noticeable from the very first week. Why your breakfast choices matter more than you think. Many people do not realize how much their first meal of the day influences their overall health. What is eaten at breakfast sets the stage for energy levels, digestion, and metabolism for the rest of the day. Choosing the wrong foods can lead to sluggishness, spikes and crashes in blood sugar, bloating, and long-term health concerns. On the other hand, making smart, nutrient-dense choices can provide lasting energy, mental clarity, and better physical well-being. The body operates differently as it ages. Metabolism slows down, digestion becomes more sensitive, and certain foods that once felt fine may now contribute to discomfort or long-term health risks. Processed meats, sugary cereals and pastries, and high-sodium breakfast options may seem harmless in the moment, but over time, they can increase the risk of serious health conditions, including heart disease, high blood pressure, diabetes, and chronic inflammation. None of this means breakfast has to become a bland or unsatisfying meal. In fact, shifting toward healthier alternatives can be just as enjoyable while offering noticeable benefits. Replacing processed meats with lean proteins like eggs, nuts, or plant-based options provides the same satiety without harmful preservatives. Swapping sugary cereals for fiber-rich whole grains keeps energy levels steady and prevents mid-morning crashes. Reducing sodium intake by choosing fresh ingredients instead of processed foods helps protect the heart and keeps the body feeling lighter and more hydrated. Many people assume that making these changes requires major sacrifices, But in reality, small adjustments can make a huge difference. Adding more fresh, whole foods to breakfast does not mean giving up flavor or convenience. It simply means being more mindful of what fuels the body best. The rewards are immediate and long-lasting, from improved digestion to better energy and overall wellness. Taking control of your morning routine. The best way to improve breakfast habits is to start with simple changes. Paying closer attention to ingredient labels, reducing reliance on packaged foods, and choosing natural alternatives can help create a morning routine that supports health instead of working against it. The key is consistency. Eating well for one morning will not transform health overnight, but making better choices day after day will create noticeable improvements in energy, focus, and long-term well-being. The foods eaten first thing in the morning influence everything that follows, so choosing wisely is one of the best investments in health that anyone can make. No matter how old you are, making smarter breakfast choices can have a positive impact on your body, energy, and overall health. If you have been relying on processed meats, sugary cereals, or high-sodium foods, consider trying some of the healthier alternatives discussed today. If you found this information helpful, take a moment to like this video and share it with someone who might benefit from it. And if you have not already, subscribe to the channel. It is free, it helps a lot, and you will get more valuable health insights delivered straight to you. Your health is in your hands. Start your mornings right, and your body will thank you for it.